everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Cowboys going up against the Chiefs. So let's get you out to Kansas City as we say hello to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. On the return, it's Niall Davis. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Here we go with Jamal Charles. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, it certainly appears that they had a pretty good formula how to combat waiting around all day to play a night game. Came right out, smacked them, and gained big yardage because it's tough for a coach. How much time do you spend with a team? How much time do you meet? How often do you actually eat meals? Do you get them out of the hotel? It's a tough, tough task to have them ready to play a night.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rolando McClain in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And this Kansas City defense, Charles, they really clamped down on Oakland in Week 6. And coming into Week 6, Oakland had the top-ranked offense.
And that's not something that you probably would have thought just off the top of your head. But they do have plenty of weapons there. And for Kansas City to hold them down and beat them in Oakland, quite an accomplishment for the defense. How about D. Ford and what he gave them off the edge?
Yeah, and Peters, his 5th pick in 5 games. Des Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked-about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Well, we mentioned Prescott's record earlier. Ezekiel Elliott holds a record for himself. First rookie to rush for 130 or more yards in 4 straight games after what he did Week 6.
And you know, before the season, there's always a prediction. Who will be Rookie of the Year? Who will be MVP? A lot of Rookie of the Year talk for Ezekiel Elliott. It may be MVP talk because he is powering Dallas right now. He's phenomenal.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go. Plan 38. Plan 38. Let's go.
Running with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And back onto the field comes Kansas City's offense. And speaking of the word back, Jamal Charles back in Week 6. You got him and Spencer Ware. That's a dangerous backfield.
And what a luxury for Kansas City that Spencer Ware is playing as well as he is, because what he's doing is he's taking up that slack that they thought they were missing with Jamal Charles, and it allows them to continue to bring Jamal Charles along slowly. And I think they're going to really ramp up his production as they get closer to playoff time.
Yeah, Ware in Week 6, 131 yards and a touchdown. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And here's a look at the starting offense.
Over,
They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And a cut to the left sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. And that one results in 35 yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cedric Thornton able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Smith on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They come up in an offset eye. They'll come out in the pistol. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 89 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball up.
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Jay Howard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Let's go!
Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent.
Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They start on the ground with Elliott. No, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Throwing is Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Smith. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
They come up in an offset eye. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley from 17 yards out. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape with him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop. See if they stay on the ground for second down. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. the number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here's Prescott. And he finds his target, Terrence Williams. Williams loses the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Come on, let's go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. In Week 6, Des Bryant was in street clothes on the sideline, and he saw a pretty good performance by Cole Beasley, stepping up 2 touchdown receptions.
He also saw Dak Prescott continuing to spread the ball around. Even when Des comes back, Prescott, I believe, will continue to do that, but I like what you said about Beasley. He's no longer just a great story. He's a big-time performer.
Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And now here comes Kansas City. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Tackle made there by Justin Durant.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point try by Bailey. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And now here comes Kansas City. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 11 on the gain there, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On first down, it's Smith. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And out now come the Cowboys. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
They go play action here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Johnson leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Bryant, the lone receiver left. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Hanna from a yard out. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here comes Kansas City. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself...
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, we've got tight left, tight end left. Hey, 4 down.
On second down, here's Smith. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, switching gears on the walk into the stadium, you and I, we're still talking about Zeke Elliott. I mean, what a start. The guy turned 21 just a few months ago.
I thought this was a passing league, and we're talking about running backs. Isn't it nice, though? Kind of takes me back a little bit. But it's not just him. How about LaShawn McCoy in Buffalo in the year he's having? DeMarco Murray has had a
Jamal Charles, nobody in front. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, he scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Elliott. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go to Elliott again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down, as on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now here comes Kansas City. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Smith on 1st down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's blocked down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. 1 man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, so much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure on the offensive side, they said, well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here we go. Ryan 38. Ryan 38.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Now Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. What? Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Charles. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. Harris has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good game. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. A first down carry here for Charles. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. They pitch it to Charles. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's flushed out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And ready for 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rolando McClain in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Third down, still 14 yards left. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Throwing is Smith. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back for pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Smith. He's going to go up top again. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them, Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll run with Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed of the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
It'll be Charles again. He has been the workhorse tonight. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Now Smith will turn and give this to his fullback, Sherman. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.